So, George, your journey of reinvention after facing a disability is truly remarkable. Can you share the pivotal moment when you decided to take a new path in your life?
Well, the accident that you mentioned was something that was unexpected to me. I was 39 years old. I felt like I was getting back to my life because I was unemployed for a little while, and I actually went back to work. And in the field that I loved, I was in management, distribution, logistics, and warehouse management for 20 plus years. And then all of a sudden, I have an accident, disabled me for 3.5 years,
Mm-hmm.
dislocated a disc under my lower spine, my middle spine, and one of my neck, heavily medicated. I fell into a depression, had suicidal thoughts because of the medication. I was seeing things that I shouldn't have seen because we've all heard the stories. And when people are in some kind of a drug, they see things that they're not supposed to and whatnot. And I
Mm-hmm.
actually saw that. I witnessed that firsthand. And it was just such a dark place. But I knew I didn't belong there. I knew that that's not where
Mm-hmm.
I would belong. But I stood there for about a year and a half, almost 2 years, until I made the decision to get off the medication. Once I got off the medication, I started to really be able to think straight, got my mind back, got my
Mm-hmm.
senses back as a wait a minute, this feels much better than the dark place that I was in. And I found things that I can do naturally to heal my body, to heal my core, where I'm able to function daily
Yeah.
without the pain medication, because that pain medication was definitely not healthy for me.
Yeah. And I've heard a lot of stories about people talking about pain medication and what it does to them. It's so interesting when I go to the doctors and if they give me any form. I just had surgery actually in September, and I had a conversation with the doctor. I said, do not give me those narcotics. She's like, well, I'll just give you a few just in case the pain is so bad. I said, no, because a lot of people get addicted to this stuff. I want to go back to your story. You talked about you made a decision. A lot of us have to make decisions. And when you're in that state of darkness, when you're in that state of experiencing something, how do you get to the point where you have the courage to make that decision? Because normally, when you're in that space, we normally want to stay, we don't want to stay in that space, but naturally, we stay in that space because it's comfortable and we're afraid of the unknown. Like I always say, right? The mind, we're so afraid to make changes sometimes because the mind can tangibly see what we're about to lose, but does not realize what we're going to gain when we actually take the leap. So if
Mhm.
somebody's in their dark place, and which I've been in dark places, and I know it's taken me a while to make that decision, or even if I make a decision, sometimes I take another 3 steps back over and over again, year after year. That, how did you get to that point where you made the decision that I'm not taking this medicine anymore? How did you do that? How did you get to make the decision?
Well, this amazing thing happened to me when I was stuck in that place. Now, even though I was seeing these things that I was seeing, right? I never at any point did I feel that I wasn't safe. I still
Mm-hmm.
felt safe. I wasn't fearful. I wasn't scared. But what I did know is I didn't belong there. I knew that. I
Mm-hmm.
knew that I belonged somewhere else. That's not where my light was supposed to be at. So
Mm-hmm.
when I made a decision to get off the medication, and now I was able to think straight, I was like, wait a minute, okay, that was I'll get back to that at some point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what I realized is that I had to go through that experience to know that that's all I had. It didn't have the power to destroy me. It didn't have the power to take me out because I witnessed that firsthand. So now I can
Mm-hmm.
talk about it. But the decision was made because I knew that my life had purpose. I've
Mm-hmm.
always known that. And I knew
Mm-hmm.
that that was not the place where I was supposed to be stuck in. So the
Yeah.
decision was made to, because I know I don't belong here, I need to figure out, where is my place? Where is my purpose?
Yeah.
Where am I supposed to be at this point in my life? And that was really the decision that I made. But that goes way back all the way to like I was in my mid teens, where
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I was special. I knew that I had a huge calling in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know what that looked like because I was too young yet. I hadn't even lived life yet. But at that
Mm-hmm.
moment in that dark place at 30, at 42, 43 years old, I realized, wait a minute. I tapped back into my early teens
Yeah.
I'm special. There's a purpose for me. Now I got to figure that out now because this is clearly not where I'm supposed to be at.
Mm, mm. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's powerful because many people struggle with overcoming a lot of things.